We direct a statewide order for people to stay at home.
.323 to 584. D5. Adam Young, 1955. Okay.
This place right here, I would say, is my biggest competition in Mission Valley. This is my biggest competition, is this store right here in the mall.
Hey, what's up everybody? All right, so it's been a little while since I put out a video. I think it's probably been about 2 months at least since I've published a video on YouTube. So what today's video is gonna be, I'm not gonna show any repairs. I'm gonna talk about a little bit about what's been going on in cell phone repair industry and pretty much in all industries. Before I begin, if you're at home and you had a job and you went on unemployment, I'm just gonna be straight out with you guys. A lot of you guys are not gonna get called back to work. There's gonna be so many businesses that are gonna be going out of businesses. So you can look at it from each side of the coin. There's gonna be a lot of opportunity out there, and there's gonna be a lot of businesses that are just gonna be done. For example, if you work at a dine-in restaurant, you're freaking screwed. If you work at a gym, you're probably not gonna get called back. If you work in tourism, forget that. If you work in Vegas or any type of pool party, screw it. Wait till next year. Movie theater jobs, seasonal summer jobs like SeaWorld. I used to work at SeaWorld twice. Forget it. Jobs like those are probably gonna have a very small skeleton crew. Most people are not gonna get called back. But let's get one thing straight. Cell phone repair is considered essential. I've been open now for 2 weeks after having 5 weeks off, and my store can be open. Cell phone repair, communication technology is considered essential. Other than a human's health or food, probably the most essential thing that you own right now is your cell phone. Your cell phone allows you to do essential things. It allows you access to the internet. It allows you to call for help. It allows you to contact other essential businesses, contact a doctor. You're driving on the freeway and you get a flat tire, you can call for help. All right, so as we go on the list, and this is from california.gov, so this is official. As we go down and scroll down here, look at number 1. Healthcare and public health. Of course that's essential, right? The hospitals are essential. Emergency services, the ambulance, all that stuff. Of course that's essential. Food and agriculture, you need food to survive, right? It's essential, of course. Energy, that means like utilities, people that work at utilities. Okay, so we're talking about energy. Energy, you guys know power, right? Water and wastewater, transportation and logistics, the bus, the trolley, right? Essential. Now we get down to number 7, communications and information technology. And specifically, if you scroll down in section number 7, repair. Installation, maintenance, and repair technicians that establish, support, or repair service as needed. All right, so I just got this package right now, and as you see right here on the sticker, it says, attention, this is an essential business and urgent. Please deliver immediately. Verified, open. And who's it to? San Diego Cell Phone Repair. Essential business. So if some of you guys are going to be looking for new things to do or a new way to make money, click the link in the description or in the comments. My course, I put it on sale. All right, so let's do a rewind all the way to the end of January. And so I can talk about my personal experience and how I've been managing everything. So let's start off with Chinese New Year's. So as China went on to their Chinese New Year's, which lasted 2 years, which lasts 2 weeks, at that time is when COVID hit them. And they were shut down. And when Chinese New Year's was over, nobody was working. And then that's when they started dealing with everything. And they were shut down for like a good month and a half. So as I saw that happening, I saw that it was going to impact our economy from the get-go. At first, I was like, okay, it's going to affect the cell phone repair business. But then I started seeing like how it's going to affect everything. Okay, so as you guys know, a lot of stuff is made in China. You see this remote control? Amazon. This is from the Amazon Firebox right here. You take the back cover off. What does it say? Made in China. It actually says right here, made in China. You see this UV lamp right here? Made in China. It's not made in the United States. You see this one of my machines that I have right here? Made in China. It even has China writing on here, right? You see that? Okay, let's talk about something other than cell phone repair. Tesla, there's parts that go on their cars that are made from China. Even though Tesla has a factory here in California, so I'm thinking, why if Tesla makes their cars here in California, what are they getting from China? They're probably getting things like door handles, glove boxes, little finishing pieces like that. They're probably all made in China. So all the little finishing things, that's what I'm thinking. I'm not possibly sure, but that's probably what they're getting from China. The United States is highly dependent on the China economy. So even if COVID never got to the United States, I saw that we might have a mini recession here, possibly. As I saw that happening, what did I do? I knew that the supply chain was gonna get cut. All the United States suppliers were gonna start running out of stock. So what did I do? Instead of buying freaking toilet paper, how you see all these people buying, or I went and I started hoarding cell phone repair parts because I knew the chain was going to get cut off, right? And everything was going to start going out of stock. And that's exactly what happened. So this was sometime maybe in late February. So as the late February started coming out, March, people in the cell phone repair, other shops around here, they were running out of stock. Or I was getting business because other people in other places were out of stock with stuff. While I thought ahead, and I even wrote this in my Facebook group. For those of you guys that are in the course, you guys can go see. I'm telling you guys, stuff's gonna go out of stock, right? So buy your stuff. And that's exactly what I did. So anyways, what happens in the beginning of March? COVID starts gradually coming over to the United States. I didn't think that was gonna happen. I've heard of these viruses that always happen in other countries, but they don't come here. Nothing big ever happens here. But COVID, pretty much, it's around the globe right now. So at the end of January, I was starting to see these mentally disturbing videos coming out of China. You probably don't want to see them. I saw all of those videos. And then when I saw it slowly started creeping in the United States, was I worried? Hell yes, I was. I was worried just like how everybody else is. Now, today, I'm not as worried as I was. There's still a little bit there, but it's nothing how it was. So I believe on March 19th, on a Thursday, the governor ordered California to shut down, the economy to shut down. And even that week, the few days before that, or that weekend, I already saw that it was having its effects. Particularly Hooters next door. Nobody was going there. It was already starting with the people not going to restaurants. I remember on that Monday, I can see it on one of the bartenders. I could just read her body language as she was going by. There's one of the bartenders' name is Chelsea. I can just see, usually every time she walks by in the morning, they come into work through this door that's right here and they wave hi, right? You can just tell the body language. It was kind of like, are we supposed to be at work? Everything prior to that day, like 4 or 5 days, everything was getting shut down in sections. First, the concerts were getting canceled or postponed. I was supposed to go to a Pearl Jam concert in April. Concerts canceled or postponed. No large gatherings of 100 or more. And then it went down to 50 or more. And then it went down to 10 or more, no gatherings. And then they started shutting down. Every single day was something new. The malls were getting shut down. The nightclubs in downtown, all the bars getting shut down. Everybody thought that we were going to get shut down for 2 weeks because that was the order. It was going to be a 2-week shutdown order. So everybody was complying, right? Everybody was like, all right, we'll shut down. We're going to do this. We're going to take it for the team and we'll be back in 2 weeks. Well, almost 2 months later and nothing has changed. Restaurants, gyms, even in my complex, even before the shutdown started, all the amenities, the pools, the gyms, jacuzzis, everything was locked and shut off. You could only be inside your unit or outside at the park or something like that. All the movie theaters we have there, everything, all amenities were shut off. So as everything was getting shut down, I was like, okay, we're going into quarantine. It's just a matter of time. And what I thought quarantine was, because I know somebody that lives in China and I still communicated with them while they were in lockdown. I swear I thought it was going to be like martial law. Like China, it was illegal to go outside unless you were going to go get food at a grocery store. They don't even have they don't have takeout. They don't have any of that, dude. It was, you go to the grocery store and you come home and that is it. They had police going through the neighborhoods. They would track your movement on cell phones. They told me that they had drones, like planes, that would film the neighborhoods to see if there was actually anybody outside. It was straight up martial law. Italy, I believe it was something similar to that. As you guys know, even in other countries, you guys seen those videos out where like they're in India and people like are out on the streets and they have the cops like start hitting them with like their belts, like to get the hell inside their house, right? The United States ended up not being like that. Basically in the United States, it's just, there's just no work. You can go outside, you can go exercise, running, go walk the dog. There's just no businesses that are open. It's stay home, collect unemployment, or your business. If you're not essential, you're shut down. Even if you're essential, I'll get to this in a second because I'm going to show you guys some videos at the mall. If you have a cell phone repair store in the mall or you're in a kiosk at the mall, those cell phone repair places, shut down. The malls are all shut down. So as you see, here's Eastlake Mall. And we'll go right on here to the Apple store. Apple stores are shut down, even though it's not in an inside mall, it's in an outside mall. And they're still shut down. So as you take a look around, everything is closed in this mall. I don't even know why there's cars here. That one looks kind of cool. But the only thing that's open that I see here is this restaurant, right? But it's only available for takeout. So there's a sign right there on the door on the Apple store. I want to see what it says. All this says is just they're closed until further notice. That's it. All right, so here you see a cell phone repair kiosk that's closed, right? Look, there's a sign on their thing that says they're closed. It's in the mall. So it's a Sunday it is about 4:23
right now on a Sunday. So these malls are supposed to be crowded, right? Or not crowded, they're supposed to have like a bunch of people, right? So malls are shut down. So we're here at another mall. This is actually in another neighborhood. And this is in Mission Valley, which this mall is across the street from my store. As you see, the malls. When do you think the movie theater is gonna open up? This is actually my favorite movie theater. If I ever go to the movies, I go to this one, and it's nowhere. This thing ain't opening up until the Corona thing is gone. Even the Sprint store. Even though it's a what do you call it, essential, if it's in the mall, it's shut down. All right. So I want you to pay close attention to what these signs say. So originally, this thing was supposed to be shut down for 2 weeks. And it was supposed to open up March 29th. Today is Mother's Day, May the 10th, I believe. And it's already almost a month and a half later after that. Because we're going on 2 months now of quarantine. So it's like, it's kind of like they're not duped, but like, well, you guys know what I mean, right? It's taking way longer, and who even knows when the malls are gonna open? This is a VR store, virtual reality. This was like brand new. See, like you go and you play games, virtual reality. That you go to you wear like a helmet or something like that. I don't know. This is a new store, but I want you guys to look at this. This place right here, I would say, is my biggest competition in Mission Valley. This is my biggest competition, is this store right here in the mall, and they're shut down. So it's kind of like you look at it as either one side of the coin or another. And I know how much, I don't know, I'm guessing their rent on this store, which they're gonna owe all this back rent. Everybody that's here, they're gonna end up owing all this back rent. And just, if you look right here on the sign, it says, look again, they plan to reopen March 30th, but it's already May 10th now. So what I'm guessing, what their store rent, this is similar size to my store. It looks like it's 1,000 square feet, because there's, if you look in the back, there's a little office in the back too. So you see here, I'm guessing that their rent is at least $3,500 a month, since, because they're in the mall. So we've been on 2 months in quarantine. So what do you think? That's $7,000 in back rent that they owe so far. And when's the end of the shutdown going to be? Nobody knows, dude, right? Because it opens up in phases. And it seems like the mall is going to be one of the things that are opening up last. All right, just wanted to stop here. This is one of the most dumbest freaking business ideas I've ever seen in a mall. Like, you get a BB gun and you shoot like the freaking balloons like it's a freaking carnival, dude. Like, why would this be in the freaking mall? See, you go there, you shoot BB guns at the balloons on the wall or something, you get a prize. Why would this be in the freaking mall for? Right in the prime location too. This is direct center. How is this supposed to survive anyways? If you're right there by the movie theaters. And that's like 800 square feet, probably, maybe 900 square feet. Fresh vapes. How many vapes are you gonna have to sell to pay all that back rent?
So let's speed this up a little bit. What is that going to mean for the cell phone repair industry? A lot of the competition is going to start to go away. I'm in business, and I'm getting business because there's a lot of places that are out of business. There is 2 malls in this neighborhood. One mall is kind of like, and then you have the bougie mall over there, like 4 blocks from here. That's my favorite mall in San Diego. That has all the nice stores. It has the Prada, Gucci, has Nordstrom's, Bloomingdale's. The mall, super nice. It's high end, shut down. That mall has the Apple store in it, shut down. So there are no Apple stores open in the United States right now. They're all shut down. So what does that leave? People are going to start to come to you, right? I currently right now am having, for my insurance repairs, has gotten noticeably higher. Just as I was starting to film this video, another cell phone insurance repair came in through the email that's going to come in. Why do I think that's happening more than usual? Other cell phone repair places are probably, it's because they're closed and they're shut down. And some of those cell phone repair places, they're going to go out of business. How's that going to happen? It's just like rent. Whoever lives in an apartment or a house and you don't have a job anymore, you still owe rent. You still owe a mortgage. And it's just like businesses, you still owe the mall rent. In the store, I still owe rent, even though I was shut down for 5 weeks, right? So in my situation, they were letting us defer payments, but that doesn't mean that you have free rent. You're in a contract. They're like, you can pay it off later at the end of the year, but what's that going to cause? That's going to cause a balloon payment. So all of a sudden, instead of paying your monthly rent, you're going to be stuck with like paying 3 months rent at a time. And that's how it's going a lot with apartment rents, with mortgages and all that. So anybody that has a mortgage, if it's federally backed, you're allowed to request the bank to have deferred payments. It's not free mortgage. Just hold off on the payments. But I clearly know how 2008 happened. A lot of people are going to ask to have their payments deferred or paid off later. But you know what's going to happen? The banks are going to say, screw you. And people that are paying rents, the landlords have mortgages too. So how is this all going to pan out? People are going to start opening their businesses in debt. And there's going to be a big problem that's going to happen in the upcoming months. So most of you guys are aware of this stimulus packages, right? Where you guys get $1,200, which I got $1,200, right? Pretty much everybody gets $1,200. Mostly everybody. So for businesses, because their orders shut down, there is a forgivable loan that's being put out. It's called PPP loan, Payment Protection Program. And if you get that loan, it's pretty much like almost winning the lottery. I lucked out, I had the PPP loan, right? So what the PPP loan is it gives you 2 months of expenses. But already right now, we're almost already at 2 months. So going back to a lot of these places in the malls, who knows how long they're going to be closed? 3 months, 4 months, 5 months. You know what the order in California, high risk places, they don't want you to open up, back up until there's 14 consecutive days without a death. There's deaths, COVID deaths every single day in California. So just yesterday, which is kind of yesterday and today, in California, there is 26 new deaths. And these are like on a daily basis. So when is 14 consecutive days with no death gonna happen? That's pretty much when COVID is over. So when COVID is over, the financial strain on small businesses are already gonna be, it's already gonna hit. If you work in retail in the mall and your business was already kind of shaky, it's just gonna accelerate the process of probably the place that you work at is probably the higher chance of it's just gonna go out of business. Maybe they'll shut it down and they'll just try to do everything online. They'll probably have that bill that they still have to pay of that 3 or 4 months. They're probably gonna say, screw this, I'm not freaking paying that. I'm moving all my stuff out of my store and I'm gonna go all online, get a warehouse, It's going to be cheaper anyways. You guys already know retail is going online anyways. All my stuff that I buy, pretty much 95% of all the clothes that I buy right now, they're all online. There is no G-Star store in San Diego anymore. There's no Diesel store in here. Everything that I buy is online. All right, so let's skip into something else. Okay, so this has even made local news or California news. There's a restaurant in Orange County that is set to reopen again for dine-in service in defiance of the California order. So the news team went over there and they said, why are you reopening? He said, I either reopen or my business is done. So it's either I'm going to do this or I'm going to go out of business. Because he said that he was only getting 10% of his business. He was open for takeout, but 90% of his entire business dove. So he says he has no choice. So he shut down his business. And then, of course, a week later for this weekend, he says, here it is. This is today's news. He's opening up again. Here's another story. In California, the alcohol beverage control, for those of you guys don't know what that is, the ABC, they're the ones where you get the liquor licenses from, and they can shut and pull your liquor license away. So there were 81 restaurants and bars that had reopened, and all 81 except only one got shut down by the alcohol beverage control. It doesn't say if their liquor license got pulled, but they probably either threatened it or their liquor license probably got suspended. So for a lot of those places, if you have no liquor license, you have no business. So going back to the PPP loan, before I wrap this up, because I felt like I've talked a lot, there has been 2 rounds of funding. There was originally only supposed to be 1 round of funding. I believe the first round was $350 billion that were going to be distributed to small businesses. But in the United States, there is 30.7 million small businesses. And the money, the funding, it's gone. The first round. And I believe, if I'm correct, there was 1.5 million small businesses got the funding. The other 29 million businesses were asked out. So what ended up happening? So a second round got approved by Congress and Donald Trump and all that. And in that second round, I got my cut. But I had to switch it up from applying at a regular bank, and I had to pull the loan, the forgivable loan. I had to get it through Square because there was already a business relationship there from taking credit cards, right? So the second round of funding is almost already done. A lot of the banks are not even accepting applications for this. So a lot of these restaurants, bars, cell phone repair places, hair salons, a lot of them, I'm going to say this way, most of them, mostly everybody did not get that funding. So even if you get the PPP loan, whatever industry it is in, if you're not an essential business, that if you got approved for that, because this thing is now dragging on longer than 2 months, it's going to be 3 months, probably 4 months. That money is all going to just dry up. And then even if you had the PPP money, there's still a lot of places that are going to go out. But okay, so I'm just going to wrap it up with that. We'll get back to making more videos very soon. And with that, you guys, peace.